was a build around submission for black white Mothrider Cavalry. So this is a card that rewards you for copies of it being the only creature in your hand. It can be a 2/2 flyer that anthems your entire team for just 2 mana. The only creature other than this in our deck is Usher of the Fallen, because if you have this in hand with this, generally you can play this out very easily, making this cheaper. Then we've got lots of other things that make tokens. We've got 9 different planeswalkers here. We've got Wedding Announcement and Brushstroke. We've got Hunt for Specimens, which can fish up pest summoning, as well as late game exhibition or other utility things here. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how it goes. I mean, saying Vanishing Verse is situational removal, I think, is pretty nonsensical. Essentially, every deck in the format has something that you don't mind that has good targets for Verse in it, right? Like, what's a competitive metagame deck that your Vanishing Verses are going to be blanks against? Can you elaborate for me? The Hinata deck's not super popular, and usually they sometimes play Leer or Hullbreaker. Dubes, thanks for the 34 months. Yeah, well, so Rite's also situational too, right? Like, your Rite of Oblivion requires you to have something to sacrifice to it, so they're situational in different ways. Having to put yourself behind board in a deck that's looking to aggressively play to the board is, like, not free. Go bottom the Vanishing Verse here. This technically fishes up a second planes for us if we don't scry into it. The pest summoning here. Like Rahilda is first striking here. Ugh. Wait, what? I accept. I guess they didn't want me to double block, but if I double block, they first strike this down, and then this can't kill her. We didn't miss the reach yet. We just have a trap card.
I've learned much during my travels. Remember your training.
Yeah, our opponent's taking a very passive position this game for sure. Oh, I didn't even think about that, Butters. I want to open packs, but I'm worried the economy might change and make me regret it. Well, if it makes you feel better, I'm pretty confident the economy's not changing, so you should just open your packs. I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse, but... Alright, so we gotta get rid of this, because otherwise it's gonna flip their board over.
I take no joy. You fight for me now.
I'm hoping to find out that I'm wrong at 4:30, but their post about why the economy is what it is, their post talking about the economy stream later today made it sound like they're just going to justify why the economy is what it is. I don't know. Like I said, hopefully I'm wrong and that's not the case, but we'll see. So they can KO. I was about to say one of my planeswalkers here, but the answer is both of them apparently.
Good.
Definitely in the market for a Meathook. Not another land, hog land, in the market for that. So Thirst is great, extra Meathook, Rites of Oblivion. This is probably an Usher out matchup. They get outclassed a little bit. I'd mulligan this hand on the play, but I think Sanguine Brushstroke as our first play on 3 is fine here when we're on the play. Sorry, I'd mulligan this hand on the draw, I mean. On the play, I think this is fine. That's pretty scary into Rahilda. Yeah, it talks about acknowledging feedback given and give some insight into it. If the result of the economy stream this afternoon is no reasonable changes, I really hope they give hazard pay to whoever they're making put the stream on. They'll deserve it. I love Oreo. Thank you for the 37 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. The big boy, Chit. Well, they said there's gonna be a Q&A after, so I assume. See, like here, right? Like this Rite of Oblivion is just kind of worse than a Vanishing Verse would be. Let's lose my blood token. I guess this will probably flash back at some point though, which is the real upside to this card is the fact that it gets to happen twice. And your opponent just has to like stare at it, knowing that it's coming. Goodbye, friends. Chat, if there's one thing I can instill in you today, other than having low expectations for the economy update stream, it is that whoever is giving the talk on the economy update, they are not the one responsible for whatever message they are delivering. So be kind.
I will cull the weak.
Don't hose the messenger. Be kind, rewind. Exactly, you get it.
My words are for ambitious minds.
I mean, even Aaron Forsyth doesn't have that much power, right? Especially over economy things, chat. Like, someone like Aaron has a lot of individual power over what are likely, like, design and game-related decisions. But over things that directly impact the bottom line, like, those go through so... There isn't a single person that clears bottom line stuff. Like, that's gotta run all the way up the flagpole, most likely. I can't even sacrifice my land that's gonna die at the end of turn anyways? Rude. Okay, so this is really unfair because, like, this is very clearly only a 2-mana spell, but I just had to pay 4 life for it.
Go on, run.
It's completely unreasonable, chat. Oh, that's actually a good shout. This card not getting Divine Purge is actually legitimately good. I didn't even think of that.
Subservience will be rewarded.
Oh! Oh, chat! I don't know if you saw that. Oh, it's huge. Chat, I clicked it so fast because I knew in my head that button said sacrifice and take 2. Quality of life improvements in my Magic Arena? Oh, chat, that's so excellent. That's so fantastic. The Town Razor Tyrant trigger buttons, they said sacrifice and take 2 on them. That's such a incredible upgrade, chat. They're just like, just eliminate all confusion. Wait. Is the economy update stream gonna be good this afternoon? That was a quality of life update, chat. Is there? I'm feeling this strange feeling. I haven't felt it in a long time. Like not since like 2015. Is it hope? Optimism, maybe? Thanks for the 3rd of a year, Shimmer. Welcome back. Oh, I'm gonna keep this hand because I think we likely lose if we mulligan to 5, and if this hand draws lands, it's very good. So, if we don't draw lands, we obviously lose the game, but we very likely lose the game if we mulligan to 5 as well, so... Just gonna YOLO it. This is our first match play forward. Start is very good. We have to draw Black Source, chat, or we're dead. All right, we've drawn a Black Source. I think we're still behind, but we get to play a game now. I'm not blocking, so I might as well attack. I'll go ahead and vanish the Stormseeker here. Untap black, come on, untap black. Ooh, oh, we're halfway there. Oh, lizard on a chair, take my hands, we'll make it, I swear. Do 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 do. Our deck tried its darndest, chat. Sometimes the aggro deck just kills you when they're on the play. The economy update is just going to be your cards are now all NFTs, so they're worth what you've had to pay for them. Oh no. Oh no. Don't you put that energy out there, chat. Finished it pretty quick. I mean, our playthrough is almost 35 hours or large. It was really good. Chat, if they announce that they're adding blockchain to Magic Arena as part of the economy update this afternoon, we're gonna be a full-time Pokemon stream. This is your fair warning. That's it, I'm out. Phyrexian Raver, thanks for the 3rd of a year. Welcome back. There is an incredible amount of overlap between crypto people and Magic players because the Magic paper card game economy is very similar to cryptocurrency in many ways. So you get a lot of overlap between those player bases. environmental sciences here, right? Get our 4th land. Next turn we can go sciences into Mothrider. Little bit of an unfortunate draw there. That was the only card in our deck that would prevent us from ridering this turn. It's a little sedge. Actually gonna take this opportunity to trade for this. Hey, thanks for the entire support, Big USD. I wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you, so thanks for keeping me around. It says, hey, look, a distraction.
Consider yourself fortunate, motives. I bring my own army.
Yikes. So, Jinkai Naturalist plus Rune 4 Champion Hero means they can play runes for free. So I assume we're gonna see, oh, Speed Rune. Okay, interesting. I was expecting the Trample Rune for the Jukai Naturalist, but this works too. The old Pocket Sand Planeswalker, a true classic. Untapped land tier is ideal, so we can go Brushstroke plus Cavalry. 26 lands later, he says to himself quietly.
You fight for me now.
We drew all of our lands last game, yeah. It still makes me chuckle at that person on Twitter who was very upset that I would imply 25% of Magic games are ended by resource variance. We're very, very annoyed at that number. It's like, come on, really? If anything, I think 25% is a low estimate. Kill the Kami here.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming. You are not much of a roadblock.
Oh, God. I mean, the difference between draw variance and resource variance is mostly semantics, Birthing Potter. A lot of draw variance is related to drawing too many or too few lands. Okay, they're kind of like one and the same. Yeah, we're gonna be dead here no matter how they slice it. Just save everybody some time. Yeah, the Nihirines deck is super good. The championship was a bunch of people like hard metagaming to beat it. So like it was worse when there were a bunch of people hard metagaming to beat it, obviously, but otherwise in general it's very good. Art spot removal and run it. This is fine. Hey, Pokemon nerd. Thanks for the tier 3. 4 years ago, I never would have thought we'd been doing a bunch of Pokemon stuff on stream. Here we are. It's been a fun adventure. Do we take necrotic fumes or do we just want to go super wide here? I think I want the necrotic fumes as insurance. Oh, I should have played a white source there, so that way I could go Cavalry plus tapped land next turn. We fumes this. And then we go tapped white here. And then next turn we can do these two together. Yeah, I definitely have felt outclassed in terms of power level in these games for sure. I think it's this. I think we need to chump this, so I can't attack to trigger drawing a card, rather just get a token. They could double Rune of Might the Visitor, making it an 11/11. Quick math. I mean, so far it feels like our deck's just kind of a bad version of the established black-white deck Drunk Owl. That just, like, plays... We've basically given up the small creature package part of... We've given up that small creature package that the black-white control deck has, along with the sacrifice thing to draw to.
You reek with terror. We'll slay our enemies. Strike fast and strike hard.
What is in their hand? They just didn't play more stuff out. They just have an Emperor.
Feel the energy of battle. Then guide it. Guards, to me.
Showdown of the Skulls is very good. It's definitely buried us in these games. Because the first showdown means you're likely to find the next.
I have got new moves to teach you.
And then they just have these safekeepings up still. So I actually can't Wandering Emperor this. Feels
Let
dead,
your
man.
blade do the talking. I guess that's that.
Maybe I'm supposed to plus my Emperor there, so that way she threatens the downtick on Kami the following turn, so they have to attack her. Could be correct. Feels like we're in here. I agree that pest summoning has not felt great. Like, this game, it was basically like a 5-mana removal spell that took up our turns 2 and 3, which was not ideal. So, takes up valuable sideboard slots. Peaceful. Also makes our deck box pips not nice. That's true. Why do I need Archon? What matchup in this format is Archon good against? Can you explain that to me? I mean, playing more proactive cards to the table, like, people talking about the sagas, like, you want Archon against the rune stack? I'd rather just kill their stuff, right? Like, Archon's okay. I think it's an all-star against rune. It's much worse than just killing their shit, chat. I'd much rather play, like, that's part of the reason I just put these Rite of Oblivions into the main, right? Just like, if you get rid of their payoffs, their other things don't matter. And things like Vanishing Verse and Rite of Oblivion are flexibility there as well. I mean, Showdown still, like, chat, with Archon in play, Showdown still draws 3 cards on average instead of 4. You get to cast a spell. Oh, I guess it's only 2 cards, right? Because if you cast a Showdown that same turn. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I'd much rather just kill their stuff. I think having 4 Rite of Oblivion is fine there. We have so many sideboard slots now that we cut the learn package. All right, I have a lot of sideboard slots. We'll put 2 Archons in and see how they feel. At worst, it can't make the matchup worse than it was, right? It is awkward that we can't Mothrider into Sanguine without a slow land on 1. Okay. Let's go. So, Vanu, if you think about the cards that they're drawing off of their showdowns and stuff, while you're right that they're drawing a high density of cards, a lot of those cards are things... A lot of the cards they're drawing are things to power up their creatures, right? So if you are simply keeping their board clear of creatures, they're not really generating card advantage. So you mitigate their card advantage by killing their high impact cards. We also have card advantage of our own, right? Like we have Lolths and Sorins and stuff. Yeah, the fact that this dying gives us a 4/4 is not nothing. I think I'm in for that, despite kind of needing a black source. Yeah, we have 8 removal spells in our 75 now, so Kami really shouldn't be too big of an issue. I decline discarding here. They have a whole grip full of cards in their hand. Baited. Yeah, I think we should build like a mono Mind Rots deck after this. Plunders and City Stalkers and Go Blanks in the main. Weens, thanks for the 50 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Well, maybe we'll try that after we finish up with this Moth deck. We're gonna be playing Magic until 4:30 Cornfield time, at which point we'll be co-streaming the Arena Economy update. We're gonna get through a few decks today. It'll be like the good old days, chat. If you missed that they announced the announcement of the impending economy stream, that means you don't follow me on Twitter, which honestly, good for you. Twitter's a hellscape. Stay off of it.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. My judgment is fine. Until next time, then.
Something like adding trading definitely isn't happening, Beansy, because it's a large logistical thing to change. They also explicitly didn't copy Moto from the start for a reason.
Envy the strong. Aren't I generous?
Feels like we're pretty ground out at this point. You're predicting some sort of subscription model. That's some strong copium if I ever heard it. Chat, a subscription model is way too consumer friendly. That isn't happening. They make way more money with the current setup. Yeah, and this is the problem, right? Like, looking at this, I think I'm supposed to cut Cavalry in this matchup, right? Like, we just want to be a grindy black-white deck, and, like, being more aggressive just doesn't fit that. Mark Hamill's a good follow. He has a mix of good content stuff and good political stuff. Nah, no, wait. You'd have too many. That would pull casual players out of a lot of those Q Strider Stone. I think that suggestion's actually even more unlikely than a subscription model. Turn to Undercity Plunder feels good, chat. Not going to lie. This feels kind of good. You know, chat, I almost hope they monkey paw and add dusting to Magic Arena just so Magic Arena players can finally experience how awful that system is. Dusting systems in card games are the biggest form of buyer's remorse you will ever feel in modern, like the number of people that just, like, you impulse rip a deck off that you just, like, are mad at or you're done with. Like,
I hope you're ready to lose.
it's a 19-month sleeper. Welcome back. And yeah, it's like going to GameStop.
Guards.
That's a good comparison. It's like selling your cards at buy list.
You could have such power, but you are too weak to take it.
What's dusting? Dusting is what other card games allow you to do, where you can destroy a copy of your card for 1/4 of a copy of another card. So you can turn like 4 of one rare into 1 of another rare. Yeah, the real monkey paw would be we're implementing dusting, but we're removing 4th card protection. So now your 5th copies of cards just become 25% of something else. Good luck, Godspeed. Enjoy the RNG. That would be the super monkey paw. Okay, you people want dusting? Fine, take your dusting. Oh, does Hearthstone do less than 1/4? I assumed it was 1/4. I'm gonna be honest, Chad, I don't really engage with games that do dusting. I was under the impression that 1/4 was the norm. It varies by rarity in other games. Okay, yeah, that's funny. Okay, sure. The plunder is very good, Jen. Oh, look! And they didn't discard a 2nd card, so now I get to duress them. It's a very, very Pog Champ sequence there. Yeah, they could do that, Kyle. No one would be happy with the dollar amount they'd sell them for, though. You could already buy wild cards for gems. They just come with 6 free booster packs. It's all a matter of perspective, Chip. I can buy a rare wild card for 6 or whatever 6 booster packs worth of gems is. Hey, let's draw a card. We really want untapped black source here.
Go, my children.
I just Meathook for 2 here, right? Clearly the answer is yes. They fixed Blood Artisan on target. They did not. Hey, HernQ, thanks for the 35 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Honestly, I think we keep that. And we go tapped White Source, Usher into tapped Hive Mothrider. It's the bug with Blood Artist target. It's not a bug. It's just Blood Artist targets a player, and there's not realistically a reason to need to target yourself with it. So it's just a bunch of extra clicks to like make you click on your opponent's avatar a bunch of times. So it should just be retemplated in a way that lets it auto target. So I didn't play Mothrider Cavalry here because it feels like they could have a removal spell. I think I'm just going to get value at this point for a control deck. Yeah, I mean, obviously a full interface overhaul wannabe beetle would be nice to match Magic Online, always target. Are we playing in a special black-white execute right now? Certainly feels like it. I think they should just digitally errata the card so it always only targets the opponent. The small number of edge cases where it's relevant to target yourself aren't worth having considerations for. Just do like a Johnny's Pride Mate. And just change the card to the average use case. Clearly, it means they're implementing 4-player Copium. They want to spend a removal spell here on one of my tokens. I'm fine with that. Ley Line of Sanctity is made worse against Blood Artist if it auto targets and doesn't have to choose.
Know that I will not abandon my quest.
Hey, thanks for the 29 months, Panda. I appreciate you keeping up the sub, even if you can only check out on YouTube. Thanks for keeping me around. Oh, crap. They can give Nadar a +1/+1 counter here. Oh, this brings it back to their hand too, right? All of our choices feel kind of bad here. McKnox, thanks for the 34 months. Well, it stops you from draining them if you target yourself. Alright, I think I'm gonna be done with this deck. The Mothrider Cavalry just explicitly does not feel good in this shell. It definitely feels like the whole Planeswalker aspect at the top end of this just feels like it runs counter to what the Mothrider Cavalries want to be doing. I don't think I would write Mothrider Cavalry off as a card. I think it's probably worth exploring in some other places, but I think black as the second color is not what I would want to do. Maybe you play like green with like a Zika's Chariot or some other types of things that go wide, but this kind of just made us feel like a worse version of the black-white mid-range deck that we kind of ran into a couple of times. All right. Was it Undercity something or other? Undercity Plunder. I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. When I get back, we're going to build a discard deck based around this. BRB 1 second.